What's going on, you guys? Grace and love to everyone. It's Life at Space with Visionary Rose. And if you watched my video on last week, I was talking about keeping your plant watered. This week, I just kind of want to elaborate even more on what I meant by keeping your plant watered. Now, we all know that you are very different from a plant. You know, the plant needs sunlight, it needs water, it needs the necessities that it needs in order for the plant to continue to grow. But you as human, you need more than just water. You need more than just sunlight. You need more than just like nature and stuff like that. Like, you need more because you are the plant, but it takes different things for different things to grow. Different plants flourish, they grow differently from other different plants. And then you just have, you know, plants that's just sometimes they grow smaller, then sometimes they grow high. But you as a human being, you are trying to grow higher. You are trying to flourish. You are trying to, you know, build yourself up. You're trying to, you know, beat the odds. You're trying to break generational curses. You know, that is your end goal on trying to do. Some of you guys are trying to start businesses. Some of you guys are trying to, you know, remove yourself. Some of you guys are trying to remove yourself in bad situations. Some of you guys are trying to heal, and that's a part of keeping your plant watered, trying to heal, trying to break those generational curses, trying to, you know, beat the odds, trying to keep your mindset on positivity. Now listen, don't beat yourself up with always wanting to have a positive mindset. I'm not always a positive mindset person. There are situations sometimes where I revert to in a negative way, and you're human. You know, everything is not going to always be like happy-go-lucky. You're not going to always be a happy-go-lucky person. You're not going to always be this positive person. And, you know, trying to keep your plant watered but staying strong mentally is hard. And that's why you have to really, that's why I say keep your plant watered, because you don't want to get distracted by something negative over something like so simple and so small that can kind of hinder your plant from stopping growing. They can kind of stop your growth. They can kind of, you know, there's so many things that can happen. You know, you ever felt like, dang, if I wouldn't have had did this and this, or if I wouldn't have been distracted by this and this, then I could have been da 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 da. But listen, I don't want you to look at your distractions as failures. I don't want you to look at your setback as failures. I don't want you to look at, well, this didn't work out for me, so now I'm just going to give up on the whole 9 yards. No, maybe that didn't work out because there's something that's greater for you. Maybe that didn't work out because, you know, it just wasn't your time. It's just so many different reasons, you know, why certain things don't work out. And so when certain situations and certain opportunities and stuff like that don't work out into your life, do not get that mindset, well, like, oh, God has left me, or oh, God has forsaken me, or oh, God doesn't want the best for me, or dang, I'm not good enough for this, or I would never be this, or I would never be that. Because once you put that mindset in your head that God has forsaken you, or, you know, you would never be good for it, and especially when you say that for yourself, you know, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So once you like speak something, and once you like say things, you've already like putting a curse over that. You know, that's why you have to be careful with those word witches. You know, when people say certain stuff, and you'll say like, I hope I get this job, and then you got somebody that said, well, what if they don't call you back? Like, what are you gonna do? Word witch. Block it. You got to block those stuff out, because people can say certain things and can put curses over your life. And see, you have to learn how to break those curses. Just like you are trying to break those generational curses, there are curses in your family that you have to be broken out. So you have curses in your family to where there curses like maybe you have a bloodline of drugs and alcohol. Maybe you have a bloodline of diabetes. Maybe you have a bloodline of cancer. Maybe you have a bloodline. It's so many different things that so many people have generational curses with. And it doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, something drastic for it to be a generational curse. It could just be something so small, and that curse just has to break. And that's when you say to yourself, like, the curse stops here. It stops with me. It stops with you. The curse stops with you. And once you say those words, once you say it, you're putting that out in the atmosphere. The generational curse stops here. Oh, and then when you say, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to break the generational curse because what? Because now you're doubting yourself. You're not keeping your plant water. You're not watering yourself mentally. You're not watering yourself verbally, because you're speaking these things. And once you already have put that mindset out, and once you have already said these things, you know, you begin to be like, okay, well, like, dang, like, there's times in my life where I just be like, dang, I don't know if I can do that. Like, I don't even know, like, if I'm qualified for that. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be picked for that. Like, it's times where I've doubted myself, and I was my own word witch, because I was speaking these things over my life. And that's why they say life and death is in the power of the tongue, and you have to be careful with what you speak and what you say, and what keeping your plant watered, because when people speak things over your life, you have witches and warlocks and people who try to put hexes and spells on you to try to stop you, to try to stop your destiny, to try to, you know, shut you up, to try to, you know, keep you quiet, to try to, you know, bring you down, to try to keep you in bound, and to try to just do so many things because they're unhappy with themselves. So keeping your plant watered, separating yourself. I'm gonna come back for a part 2 because I didn't mean to go this long with the video, but I'll see you guys in part 2.